Alright, hello team. This is a quick 10-minute video to help make sure we all are on the same page for this upcoming week. So, on day one, you start, we're doing the morality versus needs article for smog in China. The first thing you might say is like, why China? I'm trying to get the kids to see a 21st century version of the issue that were happening at that time. So the biggest issue was a need for slaves by the South for cotton production. That kind of and that need kind of altered their morality, whereas the North didn't have those needs, so they were able to take the moral high ground and say that slavery is wrong. But so the kids will read the article. Everything will be linked inside the lesson plan as well as be on the shared drive. I already have it up. The way it should work is the kids should read the first page, answer the questions below. What you should get from the answers the kids have is, China's wrong. How can they do this? It's horrible. You're killing people. This is disrespectful. Those kind of things. After they read the second part of the article, you should hear some more. You should hear a little bit of a different vibe from the kids, like, "Oh, well, this is horrible, but I kind of get it, but it's still messed up. Is it really right? Is it okay if it's helping more people than it hurts? I don't understand." So that's the kind of conversation we want to get. This whole, is it right? Is it wrong? Not trying to tell it, not necessarily trying to give force an opinion on the kids, but making the kids think and have them come up with their own opinion. The way I would do it, I would personally have the kids annotate that each page by themselves, answer the question by themselves, and then discuss it as a group and discuss it as a class, and then move to the second page and do the exact same thing. So the second day will be the second part of the first day will be the DBQ on slavery. It's very short. It's only about 15-minute ordeal. I think it really helpful. A lot of them are pictures. Some of them are really quick quotes. The way you do in your classroom is up to you. I would suggest either stations or group work. It just depends on how your class dynamic work and the kind of space you have. In my perfect world, I would have each document at a different station, and as the kids rotated, they would pick up that new document for the middle, annotate it, discuss it with their group, and then when they switch to a new station, they then take all this stuff with them and then grab the next station. But like I said, it's my perfect world. If that's not feasible for you or it's time consuming, I would just say staple all of them together, but then make sure that all the kids are going over the same DBQ at the same time. Okay, I would have them take 2 or 3 minutes to analyze the document themselves, come up with an answer on themselves, and then discussing their answers with their group. Okay, and then your tick out the door is down here as well. Just a quick heads up. So these formative assessment questions, they're all based on the information learned that day. I'm having my kids do a educational blog that I for one of their 2 summative assessment project assessments, to be project grades for this unit. In terms of homework, that's up to teacher discretion. I know that Ms. Clark has a PowerPoint that she brought from Brian Wrinkles last year that has some really good quick classwork assignments in the back of the PowerPoint. Unfortunately, we cannot put it on here for legal reasons on shared drive or the Google Drive, but she can't email it to you, and she will be more than happy to email it to everyone, even though she's probably rolling her eyes at me right now. On day 2, we do the DBQ on the differences between the North and the South. So this DBQ should be ran the same as the one from Monday. What we're trying to make sure the kids understand is the difference in economics, the difference in lifestyles, the difference in culture, just the differences between the North and the South, and how those differences may sway their beliefs on whether or not slavery is right and wrong. Okay. Also that day, after they get done with the DBQs, is a short graphic organizer called North versus South. Just 5 quick questions talking about what I just discussed: the North's economy, whether or not the Southerners were immoral, the South's morality based on their economy, and why Georgia requested slavery. And then there's 2 quick questions down here that the kids are supposed to answer in a tweet. Do not get hung up on the tweet. If the kids don't know what a tweet is, that's fine. Be gone with it. To have them write a sentence or 2 to answer the questions. The main thing is focusing on the question. Alright, so day 3 is when you really have to use the PowerPoint. I'm the kind of person, I like to have the PowerPoint up at all times. Just kind of help guide my instruction in our class. Just got the class that day. So for instance, if you want to, if you're that person, you want to start using it on Monday, I have definitions for morality and needs. I have questions that are on their DBQs, but some that we can kind of stop and go over as a class if we want to. If that's you, they're there. If not, then you don't have to start using your PowerPoint until slide 14. Let me be clear that it is vital that you do not skip these Think Pair shares. I think they're really good. They give you an idea where the kids are. It gets the kids engaged. And like I said, it's just overall helpful. Please don't skip these. But as you notice, on every slide, there are questions or information. This will go with the come on. All right, this will go with the Civil War PowerPoint notes. I know some you see some fill in the blanks. You say, "Oh my God, sit and get." These are not sit and get. There are questions on every single PowerPoint, every single analysis we do. It's all there. So these are in depth. The kids will be having to think. They're really good, and it just really helps the kids even more understand the issues that we're going through, or the issues that are going on during this time. Just 2 quick reminders as you go through your PowerPoint on the pro and anti-slavery excuse me, graphic organizer. What's going to happen is the students are going to see this picture, but you won't see the word abolitionist. You'll see his name, his face, and his quote, and based on the quote, the student has to decipher, is he an abolitionist or is he not? So just kind of a quick look at what that will look like. So you'll see his name, his face, his quote. Give the kids a minute or 2 to kind of determine what his quote means, and then bam, he's an abolitionist. All right, Joseph E. Brown. Is he abolitionist? I'm not really sure. If it goes and there's no, and it doesn't have the abolitionist come across it, that means he is not. Oh, Joseph Brown is not abolitionist. Frederick Douglass, is he abolitionist? Oh snap, he's an abolitionist. All right, there's also a YouTube video here about 2 or 3 questions. Excuse me, that you can watch with the kids. There's no questions on the notes about it, but it's a great review for the kids. All right. Also in that PowerPoint, you will also be having the kids read through The Terrors of Abomination. It'll be linked here. It's also linked on the lesson plan. It's a quick minute and 40 video that helps the kids understand state rights and nullification even more before they do their worksheet. Be prepared to have them watch it 2 or 3 times. It initially looks corny. It initially looks very childish. But the kids are not going to tell you, but they really do enjoy watching it. It really is informational, okay? And there are questions on it. So I might suggest you have the kids watch it once, then go back, look at the questions, and then watch it again, or maybe 2 more times. Okay, after they're done with that, they'll then do the defining state rights worksheet. That's on the shared drive right here. So they have to come up with their own understanding of state rights in regards to federalism, popular sovereignty, secession, nullification. All right, define state right based on the Lincoln Douglas debate, and then at the very bottom is a chronological timeline, and below there are 4 questions. If you don't want to print out this timeline for every kid, you can make a class set because these 4 questions down here are also embedded inside of the notes, timeline notes. All right, so you're going to go through most of that, all that PowerPoint up until it starts talking about the compromises, and then you're also going to do the state rights thing. I would personally say, Mr. Dabney, have your kids go through, give them time to read through all of them, and get all their own personal answers in their with groups, and then go over it together as a class. Those who have SPED or ESOL, I might do one at a time. There are answer sheets with the answers on it, so make sure that the kids are all getting the same information. Okay. Now, the very last 2 days are my favorite. So the kids are going to, as Dr. Bell would say, get messy with the content. I created a thing link that I will show you how to embed in your e-class page on Tuesday. The reason why we're going to embed it is because you all have about 120 kids or 70 kids, and you're going to be able to get upwards of 140 to 150 hits on your e-class page in 2 days, and therefore getting your counts up, which I know is very important for the school. So the thing is going to look like this. All right, and it literally is a timeline of all the events leading to the Civil War. So on each one, they'll scroll over and they'll click on the link, and the link will take them to my Weebly page. I have gotten computers or laptops for every person on our team except for the Camry, because you have the laptops and Gear Up. For Thursday and Friday, it's important that you try to get through the first 2 days you can get to this on Thursday and Friday. Reason being that following Monday is ESOL and SPED takes over the computers for 13.5 week assessments. For the most part, there are a few still available, so if you know for a fact that you're not going to probably get through Thursday and Friday on time, I would say go ahead and try to get that extra day. Like I said, I've only set you guys up for Thursday and Friday. I would suggest you have the kids work in groups, especially since we don't have enough computers for each group. I mean, each kid in our class. However, this is a very mobile-friendly website. Excuse me. It works well on iPads. It works well on bigger cell phones. I've used it myself. So if you want the kids to work individually, those kids who have cell phones or tablets, have them bring them in 2 days. Okay, but they'll go through, they'll read through the content. Some are bigger than others. It's strictly from the teacher notes. They'll answer the questions below. Those questions will be on the Thing Link questions worksheet. All right, it's kind of like a giant scavenger hunt, essentially. Where is it? So something we even have the kids doing it's gonna be picture analysis, analyzing the picture. If they forgot how to do it, if they'll click on the link that's by every picture, it will show them this, how to analyze a cartoon. Okay, it goes through what you're looking for, what you're trying to make sense of, the historical evidence of the political cartoon, and so on and so forth. Some have videos. There are some wacky videos, some funny ones that I want to embed, but could not because they're YouTube. I'm going to put them on the e-class page, and the kids can use them as extra resource when they get home. Okay. So that is the 5 days. I know I kind of ran through it, but I am short on time for this recording. But I hope you guys got a better understanding of what we're doing this week. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will be in the library doing connections all this week. Also, pre-test, post-test. For me, I probably won't do the pre-test, just the post-test, just to kind of keep up with the time. But it is on the share drive as well. All right, this is the answer key, and this is the test. I know that we created some time when we use strictly USA test prep questions without altering them, but these questions I believe are really good. And this is strictly for the Civil War. None of these questions are Reconstruction. This is strictly a Civil War test. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoy. Also, last thing, I have this sheet right here. please give this to your kids.